Hi everyone, I'm Lynn from Finds of Yesterday, and I found some jewelry at the flea market this weekend. I sell on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari, mostly eBay, and I went looking for some jewelry, and boy did I find some from lots of different vendors. And I'm going to turn the camera around and just show you what I got. So this is one vendor I went to and found all these different items, and she had 2 tubs full, and I was digging through, and this is what I found. And half of these were half price and the others were 50 cents a piece. There's some pretty cool pieces. This red bracelet is a Napier. And look at this cool acrylic bracelet. I always pick them up if they have like clear on them, and they look like they're from the 60s probably. These 2 beaded ones right here, a lot of people would probably pass up, but I believe they're carnelian. They are testing jade, but I think that they are carnelian. And look at these beautiful rhinestone, well, just one rhinestone brooch, and pine cones, and some rhinestone earrings. And this set right here is Kramer. It is an adorable set. It's kind of a frosted look. It is definitely different, and I believe I should be able to sell that easily. This is a clip earring that needs to be repaired, but it's very interesting and unique. I always pick up these crystal Hong Kong earrings. And let's go down here. These are some Japan or Hong Kong necklaces, and I love the double beaded one with the AB rhinestones hanging from it, the dangles. That's different than what I normally see. Then I found this little bag of barrettes, which are adorable with the rhinestone stars on them. This piece right here is a Monet, that stick pin, and I believe this is a tortoise shell. I could be wrong, but that's what I think it is, like a faux tortoiseshell. Then we have this gorgeous cross. Couldn't pass that up. All them pieces were 50 cents a piece. Then we have these ones on the baggies. I left them on their bags because I wanted to show you the prices. I got this cross, which are glass beads, for $2. Everything was half price that was in these bags. This Monet necklace. Can't see. It says $5, so it was $2.50. I always love picking up Monet necklaces. These right here are really unique. They're wingback earrings. If you can see the backs on these, they look vicious. I've never seen them before, ever. And I'm going to have to look into them a little bit. Beautiful rhinestones. And these are some, looks like oranges. Then we have what looks like almost like a Miriam Haskell style, and one Hong Kong one, and then these beads that need to be cleaned up. Them are all wingback. I paid $10 for the bag, actually $5 because they were 50% off. Then we have, this is an unbranded rhinestone, but with that blue teardrop on it, I had to get them. It was just gorgeous. It was only 25 cents. Then we have these turquoise screwback earrings for 25 cents. And this, I believe, is JJ or BSK. A leaf brooch for 25 cents. This is marked Monet, but it has a lobster claw clasp, and I got it for $1. I believe it's a newer version of Monet. And then we had this set. I thought this was just earrings, but it's actually a brooch and earrings for $1.50 with an onyx in it. This one is Giovanni, which is pretty nice rose. I believe that is gold plated, but I will double check that. And then we have another Hong Kong necklace. So that's what I got from this vendor, and some really good prices. Let's go on to the next vendor. Alright, so this is the second vendor. I bought a bunch of necklaces from her initially, and then she said, how about this jewelry box with all the jewelry for $10? And I had to question her. I said, $10? She said, yeah, I've had it marked at 30, but there was no interest in it, so I'm willing to take 10. I jumped on it right away. I looked through it quickly, and it was all vintage jewelry loaded. So I got all of this for $26 from this vendor. Pretty excited about this. So we have one necklace here is Monet. This next one next to it is pretty cool too, but it's unbranded. Then we have some Hong Kong necklaces that I sell repeatedly. It's a separate one. The silver one in between, I believe, is not marked. And then we have some vintage earrings. Let's get some light. Really cool vintage earrings. And this butterfly necklace we thought was Whiting and Davis, but it is not. So it's unbranded, which is okay. It's still a nice necklace. And this real cool bracelet with one green stone on it. And then the rest of this was all part of the $10 package, which has a couple newer bracelets in it and some cheap white beads. This little coin purse is embroidered, but the back of it is crumbling, so I probably won't do much with that. Then inside the box, I found some goodies. We have some interesting vintage earrings. This is a bag of earrings, a really different brooch right there. This is also a brooch with the 4 pearls on it, and some cheaper plastic beads. This ID bracelet says Rosemary, so it's pretty scratched up and not in the best of shape. But then we hit some goodies, like this tassel necklace. Reminds me of Miriam Haskell with the freshwater pearls and the heavy chain and lots of gold. This silver beaded one is pretty neat, but it's real lightweight. It might be from Japan or Hong Kong. There's some earrings in the back. This triangle shaped is a pendant necklace filled with rhinestones. That is really cool. A couple of other necklaces back there. And then we have some of the linked necklaces, which are really neat. The silver one with the leaf. And then there's this locket and a silver linked one. And this is actually a Hong Kong white beaded with the hook closure on the back. Then we have some other pieces. This is a pin, this gold coin. Look at the Egyptian looking pin on it. I love this piece. I'm going to have to look into that further. Then we have a shell necklace and a couple pins. There's another pin. And this is really interesting vintage set. It's earrings and a necklace and a ring and another ring. So that was all for $26. I was pretty happy with that. Let's move on to the next vendor. Next we have 4 pieces of Coro, C-O-R-O, and they're 3 bracelets, very nice. All fold over clasps with the extra security chain on it. And this beautiful flower brooch that is Coro as well. This I paid up for. I did pay $5 a piece for it. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but it is when you're used to paying 50 cents to $2 for individual pieces. This, since they were marked, that's why I paid $5. I should still be able to get 25 maybe a piece for them, so I'm still doing good. Moving on to the next vendor. All right, the next vendor, this lady had a box put back for some guy, and she said, come back later because we'll have more. And I ended up going back to her, and she said he bought the whole thing. So I was highly disappointed and thought, how can I get somebody to hold jewelry for me when I come in? So that's something I'm working on. But anyway, this is what I got from her today. I got this nice vintage necklace, gold tone, and these two bracelets. They're both Goldette, which is a brand, it's not highly sought after, but it is a nice vintage brand. Very unique pieces. And then well, that's part of another package. This I bought separate. Is these 5 pieces for $7. I think one of them was 2, or 2 of them were 2. This bracelet here is got some really pretty red and white, I believe they're rhinestones, but I'll have to test them, which I'm sure she had them priced for only $1. She wasn't gonna sell rubies or garnets for that. I think she would know. And these are some interesting little, I don't know what they are. They're a little anthropomorphic figures. They're pins. So there's some little animal dressed as a man. And then this is not a Monet, but it's a nice chain necklace. And then we have this pretty gold or silver with these gray pearls. They have a name for them. And it's got a fold over clasp on it. It's a nice vintage necklace. But with these 2 bracelets necklace, I also got this. The highlight of my day. I don't know what you think about this. Does anybody want to take a guess who the maker is? I have never found one of these out in the wild. It's a Hobe. Look at the clasp. It's H-O-B-E, Hobe. I'll show you the marking if you can read it. There we go. There's the Hobe mark. Lovely piece. So that is it from that vendor. Then over here, I found a vendor that just had a bunch of miscellaneous stuff, and I got these nice earrings that the one bead falls from the back of your ear and the other bead falls from the front. It's kind of a unique piece. And then this old vintage bracelet, I got both of these for $3. So that's it from these vendors. Moving on to 2 more. By the way, I paid $10 for this Hobe necklace, and I'll probably start off my bid at $40, maybe $50, but we'll see. We'll see where it ends. All right, this was the second last vendor. He had these Ziploc bags for $2 a piece or 3 for $5. So I found one piece that I wanted, so I thought, well, it would probably be worth paying for $5 for all 3 bags and just see what I get. Well, this green piece right here, I could see the lovely beads inside, and it's probably a Hong Kong or Japan necklace. But when I got it out, it has a box claw clasp, but only one end. You go all the way down, and the other side to clasp it in is not on it. So it's like it came apart, probably right in this area. It came apart, and he just put it back together and made one long strand, which is not how it's supposed to be. Highly disappointed, because that's why I bought the 3 bags. This piece right here next to it is probably the next best piece, which I'll put this up individually. It's from Hong Kong. I do like that piece. This one also is Hong Kong, but it's really cheap plastic beads. Has a fold over clasp on the end. But the rest of the pieces in here are nothing. There's one piece that looks pretty cool, but it's all unraveling. What's this? There's some interesting necklaces in here, but nothing that I see that is worth much. This one I'll put up. This one looks vintage. And let me see the end. I take that back. It is not vintage. It's got a lobster claw clasp, but it looks vintage, so I'll probably still list it. And over here, then we have these red, white, and blue beads that really need cleanup. Them might be one worth listing, but everything else I'll probably lot together, and I'll get my $5 back. So that's it from this vendor, and I probably won't buy from him again because he had separate little bags of beads, so he must take a lot of the broken pieces and just sell off the beads, which is not a bad idea. So moving on to the last vendor. All right, the last vendor is where I had the best luck, and I found these brooches. I didn't find a whole lot of brooches. He had a lot more necklaces, but I ended up making a deal with this guy, so hopefully I can get more business from him. Anytime I'm out of jewelry, I just need to give him a call because he's always buying and always finding great stuff. So I found these daisy brooches. Everything he had was $1 a piece, because if you buy over 10 pieces, then it's $1 a piece. Let's zoom in a little bit. This one in the Ziploc is a Joan Rivers locket. It's a really nice piece. I did find this little animated Santa Claus with the little bell dangle where you pull it and he comes out of the box. This is like carnival glass, this brooch. And one of these, I believe, is Monet, them gold swirls. Here's a pretty cool moon. He's upside down. This one has a real pretty stone in it that you just can't see very well in this light. And this is a really nice bracelet with a green stone in the center. It's the only bracelet. I think that's the only bracelet I got. And we got this cute little butterfly pin and this white enamel flower pin. And I did pick this up. I don't really know why. Maybe it's signed. Let's see. Nope, it's a scarf clip. But that one, yeah, probably be a $10 item. The rest of them should be a little bit more. Let's look at these necklaces. I'm excited about all the stuff I got from him. So I love tassel necklaces, metal tassels, not your leather corded stuff. They're gross. So anyway, this one is I don't know, it's named, I can't read it. But this one gold one right here is a Monet. It's interesting. This one is full of rhinestones. And then we have another pretty rhinestone one. I believe that one is Kramer. I believe it is. I think it's missing one stone in it, which I might be able to replace. And this one, this small little pendant, if you can see close enough, has a knight in the middle. And it is Carol Lee. Then we have this real pretty layered necklace. It has no name to it, but it has this interesting clasp on it, which is real easy to hook. But it's got layers and layers and layers of chains and freshwater pearls, faux pearls. But I got it because I love layered necklaces and they sell pretty easily. Then we have this, almost looks like a little bone. It almost looks Native American, but it is not. And it's all metal. It's not actual stones and stuff. It's got a cool, looks like box chain on it with a hook closure. Then we have this flower one. This one is newer, but I thought it was so interesting. It's got these mesh leaves behind these yellow stones. I'm pretty excited about that one. It's different. It does have a lobster claw on it. And then we have this green rhinestone necklace and a couple chunky necklaces. I don't believe they're named. And this collar necklace, I think is vintage. It's got a spring ring closure on it. These are more of the chain necklaces that I ended up with. Now I'm going to pull out the beaded stuff that I found. Now I'm showing you all the beaded necklaces I got. As you can see, these two, the white and the orange, go together. This turquoise one, I just listed one that's almost like it. It will go nicely with the one I listed, and I'll take that one down and add this one, so you get two necklaces. This red acrylic one is newer, but gosh, don't you love it? It's so awesome. Look at them huge red faceted beads. Love it, love it. Then we have this gray one. It's by Zenzi. I'll show you the logo, the name. Zenzi. I've never heard of it before, but it's really a nice thick collar necklace. And then this one is like wooded carved beads, and it's on a barrel clasp, so it looks like a handmade necklace to me. Then the rest are probably Hong Kong or Japan necklaces. I just love some of these colors. People do love these. The purple, but look at this green and hot pink one. Oh my gosh, somebody is gonna love that. And then the red and the green and pink and white and another kind of a pearly pinkish purple. And then I have some AB, they look like square beads, and that one's got a hook closure. Then we have 3 satin beaded necklaces that I'll probably list together. So that is the end of the necklaces that I have. Now I'll show you the earrings I found from the same vendor. All right, here we go. We have some tiger eye on a screw back, and these are newer. They're like a blue stone, pretty rhinestone clip earrings, but clip earrings sell well. Then these black ones are Monet, and this is a red stone, if you can see in the light. Them are definitely vintage. They are screw backs, probably from the 1930s. These are some great clip-on mid-century modern copper earrings. Then we have the Hong Kong, Japan ones. I usually try to pair up the earrings with the necklaces, so I'll probably do that. The crystal ones always go well. And we have some pretty rhinestone ones, and I believe these pictures don't do it justice. Pretty blue stones in them. And then we have some thermoset ones. They're not in the best of shape on the back, but the front looks pretty good. I'll clean them up and we'll see how they go. And we have some pretty blue leaf earrings. And the last is these, I think this is coral. Some not lily of the valley, but calla lilies. And they are clips. So that is the end of all the jewelry I got today. I did spend $60 even with this last vendor for all these earrings, all them necklaces, and all the brooches. So overall today I spent $158, and I'm pretty excited with what I got. So it was a good flea market day, and I hope you're having a good day as well. And join me for the next one. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.